What's up guys, and welcome back to Sparta and back to Total War Rome 2, where we have, last week we took Larissa, and we took Apollonia. Yeah, that. I'll pronounce things correct eventually. Once I've said them enough times, I'll eventually actually pronounce something correctly for once. Maybe at some point in the future I might actually do that. But anyway, back to their job at hand. So, in last week's episode, at the very end, if you did stay around to that point, I made the point of saying that I'm going to try and work out what our trade deals, or what our trade is doing. And the reason for that is I didn't put much emphasis on it in the video, mainly because it was a bit boring. But, effectively, we have absolutely no trade whatsoever. If I have a look at our finances here, as you can see, our trade income is 110 coins. Nothing. Absolutely. Our slave population brings in almost as much as our entire trade does. So, anyway, the reason for that, I have discovered, is these bastards here are basically blockading all of our trades. So, for us to have any trade at Sparta, because we don't have a port, we have to then take a city that does in fact have a port. Now, you'd think we have Apollonia. It has a port, so there we should be sorted. Well, that's what I thought last week anyway. Apparently that's not the case. So despite the fact we have Apollonia, we still can't do any seabound trade from our regions, purely because for any trade to happen, there must be some form of link back to our capital. And Sparta being our capital means that for Apollonia to be able to trade, there must be a link back to Sparta. Now, you would think this little ferry point here would give us that, because we can cross our armies over there, so why would we not be able to cross our trade? Well, apparently trading doesn't work that way. So, our trade here, it can't cross this little bit of water, because it would have to go around this road, which currently means it has to go through Athens. Now, because that is the case, we can't trade from either Larissa or Apollonia. Neither of these places are capable of trading because there isn't a direct link back to Sparta. Now, all of that means we need to take on Athens, and we need to take them out quickly. This is apparently just an issue with Sparta. I googled this, and the first result that came up was, I'm playing as Sparta and I can't trade, which apparently is quite a common scenario. And effectively, the only way to sort that is to go and take out Athens, and then we can have a direct trade link with our other cities, in which case we'll have both Athens as a port and we'll have Apollonia as a port, and then we should be able to trade overseas with any of our other potential trade partners. So, yes, basically all of these people who currently have a red trade marker next to them, we would then be able to potentially get trade deals with. So, that's going to be our challenge for this week, is to try and take Athens. So, yes, good old Sparta versus Athenia. Back again, we're going to continue that battle and take out Athens. They don't have a particularly large army. They have two armies, but neither of them are very sizable, so I think we could potentially go and take them. We do have this army over here, which I think is our biggest, but it is currently a little bit plague-ridden. And then we also have this army here, which, actually this is technically our biggest army. So we'll big up this army, and we'll bring them down, and we'll big up this army, led by Big General. Does this guy not have a name? What's this guy's name? No, this is our Basilius. This is our leader. Why can I not see people's names? What is this? Oh, this is Arius. So that's Arius, and this guy is Acrotatus the second. So, anyway, we'll big up these two big armies and recruit a bunch of men, and then we'll send them over to Athens and wipe them off the face of the earth. And then we'll have our trade routes, and we should be in a much better place, because at the moment, our income, not great. And also, I don't know how we're going to big up these armies, given that we are not making any trade income, and our money, not great at the moment. And the more we build these armies, the worse that's going to get. We are already taxing everybody as heavily as we possibly can. And Athens is also our only trade partner. So if we get there and attack them, and it goes wrongly, it's going to go very wrongly, because we've just lost all of our, well, I say all of our trade. What trade we have, we will lose once we attack Athens. So we need to take them out and win quickly. But to do that, I need to be fairly confident that I'm capable of winning. And at the moment, with the amount of money we're making, it's not great. But anyway, we're going to basically end turn because we have no money and we can't do anything this turn. But hopefully in a turn's time, we'll be able to do something about this. Brilliant! Now we have rebels, as if it wasn't bad enough. Anyway, we've been given an issue, we've been issued a mission, and we basically need to recruit a champion. Well, we have no money, so for God's sake, we're literally losing money now. Yes, we have these annoying rebels over here who've popped up. This army is currently replenishing. This one, I think, looks like it's pretty much fully replenished, almost fully replenished. And then this army here is doing pretty well, but we have no money. So, should we just go and attack Athens immediately? Because I feel like that's our only option right now. Right, what I'm going to do is, first things first, I'm going to send this army to go and take these guys out. We do have a ridiculously one-sided advantage here. We're getting reinforced with our 528 people currently positioned inside the city as well. Our, like, militia. Some Spartan youths are going to be coming to help us out. Yeah, so we do have over 1,000 men, by the looks of things. Or just about 1,000 men, actually. And we are taking on 420 men. Big Astrabacchus of the rebels. We shall fight these guys. No, we won't fight these guys. We'll auto-resolve this for the sake of it. And we kick that guy in the nuts and then stab him. And that's the end of the rebel army. So anyway, we lose 120 men, they lose everybody. So that's given us a little bit extra money actually, we're up to 114 coins. And apparently that's done something for our trade, because we're now actually making money. I'm not sure what's happened, but apparently by doing that, I guess because they were raiding people, we might have actually been losing some of our income, possibly. But anyway, we are actually making some money now, which is nice. Alright, right. End turn? There we go. Okay, so we'll end turn. That'll make us a little bit more money. And then we shall potentially go and start taking on the Athenians. And hopefully try and get rid of those guys. But yeah, this is not a great start to our campaign as the Spartans. We started out trying to prove that the Spartans are the absolute beasts of this part of the world, and well, it's proving that although they may be beasts with spears, not so great when it comes to calculus or of any form of accounting. But anyway, we have research new technology. We've got our women riding our yak again. Oh, bloody rebellion imminent. Bloody Macedonians rebelling. Well, I mean, they've already rebelled once. Our public order is still absolutely tragic, apparently. And for some reason, it's actually getting worse as well. At least, yeah, it's -11 in all provinces for some reason. That's about all that's happened. Anyway, we are actually making even more money now. I have no idea what's happened. But our trade income is still pretty much exactly as it is, but our taxes or our total income or something has gone up, which is nice. Anyway, we can research new technology, so let's do that. Let's research this one. I think it allows us to then potentially build siege engines and stuff like that. That could be quite useful. Right, so let's just end turn straight away again and just build up some money, and then use that money to build as many units as we possibly can, and then we'll head straight for Athens. Anyway, we have another rebellion, which is great. We'll just go and squash that. These guys have already been attacked by these guys up here. For some reason they came into our territory and attacked them. I'm not sure I like that, but they did help us a little bit. So anyway, 330 men led by big Andreas, and we shall just attack these guys again. And oh, same exact scenario. We just kick the lad in the nuts and then stab him. Anyway, right, let's release them again and make ourselves some money, and then we'll stick these guys back in here. And we're actually up to over 1,000 coins, so we could potentially look at recruiting some more guys. A group of cavalry, and then a couple of groups of ranged skirmishers and javelin throwers and stuff, slingers and javelin throwers. And that way we have as many units as we can, but we also get some good cavalry out of it, which is not bad. And yes, so that will give us another 3 units in a turn's time. We'll probably find that we're not making any money after this because we'll be paying those guys a little bit, so that might be a bit of an issue. But anyway, the Macedonians have decided to rock up and ask if we can take on, like, join the war with them on Tilis. I mean, I am a defensive ally of them, so I feel like I should. But I'm also going to ask them, can you give us some money? 1,000 coins out of this, please. I mean, our chances of success are low. Anyway, they reject it. Fine. I'm really playing well into the defensive ally there. They come asking for our help, and I'm just like, I know that we said that we would help you as being defensive allies and all that, but you know, if you could maybe just give us some money, that would make me feel a lot better about coming in and helping you. Just being a right arsehole in the whole situation, but they said no, so yeah. Anyway, to be fair, we don't really care about them. I said yes to being defensive allies, but I didn't really expect them to actually ask us to come and help them. Anyway, oh, bloody rebellion's imminent. Anyway, okay, so we have a few more units. We are now, as you can see, losing some money. But I think we may have enough here to just go and do it. We have 7 full units down here, and then we have another 11 full units here. So we have almost, well, we have 18 units in total, and they have, by the looks of things, 8, including a spy. So not a great turnout from them. I thought we had a spy, so oh my god, they're so far away. I was going to say we could send our spy down here to have a look, but they're going to take about 3 weeks to get here, so it's not really worth it. But anyway, we can rock all the way up to Athens here. So we're currently trespassing, which is great. But we shall bring both of these armies down here. And anyway, so we can see, so we have 2 armies currently trespassing. If they've not got the message yet, then they will do very shortly. But most of their army has been sent away off up here for some reason. So they have 8 units just kind of casually sitting outside Pella. And meanwhile, we have sent 2 armies to go and try and take Athens. They have this 1 unit here with their 8 units, which we can see have got a few spearmen, a bit of javelin men, some cavalry. So anyway, let's attack these guys, declare war on them. They have an ally in Macedonia. Let's accept this. Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, mate, shut up. Shut up. Anyway, Macedonia has in fact joined them in the battle, in the war against us, which is just absolutely brilliant. Anyway, right, here we go. So we can build some oh my word, we have absolutely no chance of victory apparently. Okay, let's build some siege equipment. Oh my word, why have they got so many men? I mean, like, it's not actually that much different. Like, we have, yeah, it's basically identical. They have a few more men than us, but for some reason the game's given us like a 0% chance. Probably because they have walls and we have like 1 ladder. That's all we have. Right, okay, let's continue the siege, and I'm going to actually start bringing these guys with us. Public order is just going to go through the floor. Also, we're actually now losing even more money because I took those guys out of that city. For some reason, that means that we lose money. Actually, it may be because we're no longer trading with them. That's probably, yeah, our trade agreement, our trade has gone down to 0. So yes, that's now really ruined our income, but we should hopefully get a turn or so, possibly 2 more turns before we are in a serious problem. So we'll end turn here. That should build us another siege equipment, another piece of siege equipment, and that could potentially be all we need to take Athens. But we have now also been, oh for goodness sake. Well, it looks like we're about to lose this place to Macedonia, who have decided to send 700 men against our 586 Spartan youths and things that we have currently positioned inside our city. Just last chance to defend this, and I'm just going to auto-resolve it and just take a protective stance and see what happens. Ah well, that's the end of them. So we have now lost Larissa. We lose all of our men. We only killed 208. That's absolutely tragic. Anyway, right. Well, we've lost that, which is great. Absolutely wonderful. Just so good. And yes, let's see what happens now, because I think in a turn's time they may actually cut off. They just sent their entire army back to come and help Athens, and Sparta have some rebels in them as well. This is going so well. Absolutely brilliant. This could be another episode of like another. This could be worse than our than our Japanese dynasty that lasted 3 episodes. This could be the end of it already. Anyway, so we've lost. Oh my god! Right. Okay. So as if things could not be any worse, we have currently lost Larissa. We're at war with Macedonia. We currently have some rebels next to Sparta. Apparently public order is now going back up anyway. And we are currently losing, or about to lose, 608 coins, and we have none in the bank, which means that this is our last and only turn. We either take Athens, or we are ended, effectively. We'll have no money. So anyway, I'm going to bring these guys as close as I can get. I'm not sure if that's going to make any difference. I don't think it's going to allow us to... actually, we can put them into quick stance. Yeah, okay. So we'll put them there. That might be able, like, allow them to actually help in the battle against Athens. So let's attack. All right. Okay. So things have significantly moved into our favor. I mean, they currently have 1,830 men reinforcing, and the army that we're attacking is apparently a few ships. I don't know why they have ships defending the city as their main army, but anyway. Yeah, they do have a couple of armies, well, 3 armies reinforcing them, giving them about 2,000 men. We have 2,007 reinforcing with another 626 in our main army. So we've got about 600 odd men more than them. And it's now giving us like a 75% chance of success here. So let's see if we can auto-resolve this. Let's just go with a balanced stance. So we have taken out that army. I'm not sure what that means in terms of the fact that they had other armies as well. So it's a close victory. We lose 1,000 men, but they lose 1,701, leaving just 309. We also captured 211 men, but we can either occupy it, which gains us no money apparently, we can loot it, or we can raise it. I think right now, even though it's going to absolutely ruin our public order, all I need is money. So I'm going to just loot the place. So we have looted it, we have captured Athens, so everybody's going to hate us. Public order is probably going to be absolutely terrible. Actually, public order has not done anything. We're still plus 20 on public order. Alright, fair enough. Anyway, we're going to actually bring this army all the way down here to go and attack these rebel armies before, this rebel army before they try and take Sparta off of us. Okay, they've run away. So I'm going to stick them back in Sparta. Hopefully they can replenish, given that they are absolutely terrible, like drastically injured right now. But we have taken Athens. Right now, to be honest, I'm not that bothered if we lose Apollonia, purely because it doesn't really give us too much right now. We can't actually trade through it anyway because we've lost Larissa. So I'm just going to focus on keeping Athens. It is our main, like, this is what we need. If we want to make any trade deals or do anything, we have to keep Athens. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to repair everything and keep these 2 armies positioned right next to Athens. Actually, I'm just going to move this army in here as well. Or can I? Can I? Okay, apparently I can't. Anyway, we're just going to have these two armies here to defend Athens. We're going to keep this army in Sparta to defend it from this group of Athenians. They do still have this group of Athenians up here as well, who could potentially come back and try and take it off of us. But now we have the problem of the Macedonians, who could potentially come down and start trying to attack it from... or take it from us as well. So our main focus is to keep Athens. That's all we need right now, because it's our main trading port. Not that we're making any trade right now, but we will be once we've fixed it. We can now hopefully look at making some trade agreements. See, all of these places that were once red are now white, so we can actually start looking at trade agreements with other factions. Alright, well, nobody wants to trade with us. Well, apart from Libya. We managed to get a trade agreement with Libya and one other person. I'm not even sure who it was. Somebody around here, I think. Anyway, we have managed to get ourselves... Oh, it's these guys. We managed to get a trade agreement with these guys. So, we've got ourselves a bit of trade, which is actually making us some money now, which is nice. And yes, we are repairing Athens. We are replenishing the armies. We have money coming in. And we shall end turn. No, we won't, because bloody Acrotatus II has a skill. There we go. End turn. Alright, yep, okay, so Macedonia's headed off to go and try and get Apollonia off of us, which, to be honest, I'm not bothered about. They've left Larissa completely undefended, I think, so we could potentially just go and take that off of them. Anyway, our trade is now meant that we're making 743 coins per turn, so capturing Athens has done us a great deal of good. We are now making good money. I'm going to send this army to go and try and take Larissa back. So let's attack these guys. We've got a like 98% chance of success here. They've only got 375 random people defending it. Most of it mob. And we have an actual trained army of 707. So we shall resolve this. We shall do a aggressive stance, and we just, oh my god, the amount of ball kicking that's been in this episode is just ridiculous. But anyway, taking out that group of men, and we'll just occupy this, just because we don't want to cause public order any more disadvantages, because it's already absolutely atrocious. But it looks like both Athens and Sparta, public order is starting to come back up in the correct direction, whereas Larissa is still going down heavily. Yes, it's not going to be looking too good for us in terms of public order around here, but it's at least we managed to get Larissa back, and we're just going to keep this army here. If they take Apollonia, that's fine, they can take it, we'll get it back eventually. I'm keeping this because I want that trade, like that land border with Athens, so that I can trade back and forward. Right, new plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise a fleet. We're going to have Big Nikon. We're going to have Big Nikon and his weirdly shaped hat, who also looks a lot like Edurus. But anyway, we're going to raise a fleet, and we're going to send that fleet on a trade mission all the way to Northern Europe. We're going to take them all the way around the south of Europe, through Spain and everything else, all the way around, up the side and through the channel, up to Britain and up to Norway and places. And the reason for that is we're going to try and find as many other factions as we can, so that we can then start potentially opening trade agreements with them. And the problem that we have at the moment is the things that we have, which are marble and wine, and it looks like we're about to lose the wine. So the only place we have actually producing anything is Sparta, and it produces marble. So once we effectively, all the other countries around us that we can trade with all already have marble and wine as their trading stuff. So we need to find places that don't have that and have different things, and the likelihood of finding those places is going to be up north somewhere. So we're going to start sending this ship as an envoy to go and try and find some new locations to trade with. Okay, right, now we'll end turn, and yeah, we'll have a look next turn at sending that fleet up north. For goodness sake, I forgot about her. Brought her all the way down there, and she eventually gets there like 2 turns after we take it. But anyway, send her away back up north again. Right, okay, so they didn't actually take Apollonia. They sent their army all the way around, stood about 300 feet away from Apollonia, and then decided to clear off up north. Not got a clue why they would do that, but yeah, it should have been an easy city for them to just like walk up and take. Fair enough. Fair enough. Whatever. That's fine. I'll keep it. I'm quite happy to keep it. But yes, right now, I'm quite happy to just let things kind of settle down a little bit. Public order's starting to get better in these areas. Down in Sparta and Athenia. It's starting to get a bit better. It's still absolutely awful in Larissa and Apollonia, but it looks like it's starting to turn around. It was like -20 or something the other day, so it's now down to -13, so it looks like it could potentially be in the positives sooner rather than later. Yes, let's see if we can get some more trade agreements, shall we? Let's just keep offering people trade agreements and see if they eventually tire of saying no to us. Oh, I think it's because, I mean, well, they are importing wine and they're importing timber. They could do with some marble. I think, my friend, I think you can do with some marble. Have you ever heard of marble? It's a wonderful thing. It's really hard and white. And yeah, basically you can just like build tables and things out of it and, you know, enjoy looking at it. No, apparently not. Fine. Fine. Be that way. Alright. Well, it looks like nobody's willing to trade with us, which is great. Anyway, let's end turn. Bloody slave uprising? What is this nonsense? God damn it. Bloody right. Now we need to get the spies, get the slaves back into their place. Nothing's going right for us. Even the slaves are uprising. Now the Macedonians have come back, and we've got absolutely no chance because they come with an army of 1,300. We do have an army of about 1,000 men, but apparently it's given us like absolutely no chance whatsoever. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fight it myself. And just see what we can do here, because I've no idea why it thinks that we have no chance here. But we'll see. Given that I wasn't particularly great the last time at defending ourselves, we did win, I think, the last time I did a battle in this, but it wasn't a particularly decisive victory, let's put it that way. Alright, so it's quite a nice city, this, actually. Very nice. Anyway, so they've actually, we can already see where they're coming from. So they're coming from over here. So there's not particularly many of them, but then they do have reinforcements coming on their way as well, so we're going to have to deal with them. So they have come absolutely charging at us. Anyway, we have our phalanxes at the front here, and they're currently got a bunch of cavalry charging straight at our phalanx, which I feel like is not going to go well for them. So they go charging into our phalanx, which I suppose I probably should have had these ones at the front, given that they have spears. So let's move these guys back, and the spearmen are going to come in and poke all of the horses to death, which is exactly what's happened. So that's them done. Right, so the reinforcements are actually coming from over this direction, which is absolutely brilliant. They have a bunch of cavalry charging. What in? Oh, okay, I thought they were like yaks or something, but they're just horses with weird headgear. Oh well, that's a thing. Apparently these guys have been absolutely done in by the cavalry. Bloody Macedonians are still going. Okay, we've finally managed to kill all of those Macedonians. There's only this unit here is still there, so let's charge them in. Okay, what's going on over here? We've got a bunch of them moving in, but they don't seem to be doing very much. Send my slingers to go and engage these guys. Meanwhile, we should probably move these guys over to face up. Are you still alive? There's still 18 of these bastards living. How is it that they're still alive? Right, I'm going to try and turn off this thing. I don't know if it's an option, but it's really annoying me that if you like click on a unit with left click and try and drag, it just moves them, which is like, yeah, this. Turn that nonsense off. I do not, when I'm trying to like sort of group select like that, I don't want to be accidentally moving people. Are they all just gathered over here? They are all just gathered in this little corner. I feel like this is going okay, but I still feel like we're probably going to lose this because there's just so many of these guys over here that I don't think we have much chance. Oh, apparently our guys are about to run away. There's only 32 of them left. This does not look like it's going particularly well right now. Yep, it's definitely not looking like we're about to win this, but we should hopefully have taken out quite a lot of their numbers, so we could potentially counterattack and be quite successful, but it's not looking too good for us right now. So we currently have 3 units left, 2 units left. Everyone's running away. But our general's still standing strong. It's like one of the last remaining to actually still be there. And he's now running away. Brilliant. Oh well, we lost. We lost 828, but we did kill 700. Which could have been better, to be fair. Could have probably killed a bit more, but anyway. Oh well, we did stick the nut on him, but wasn't enough to actually kill him, unfortunately. A noble death. Oh, was that our leader? Oh well. What a shame. Are you having a laugh? Well, the frame rate is loving this because it's doing a few things at the moment. Alright, okay, apparently we can assist this battle, but these are a bunch of rebels as far as I can tell. The slaves. Oh, it's the slaves that have uprisen. There's 1,620 of them, and somehow they've managed to find themselves a bunch of cavalry. I'm not sure how the slaves managed to do that, but thankfully, big Ardieli have decided to rock up and help us, so that's nice. So it's given us like a 75% chance of success here. So let's just do a balanced stance, and we should murder all of the slaves. Well, that's the end of them. Let's just re-enslave them, shall we? There we go. Lasted about a turn that their uprising was crushed. So that's put an end to them. Thankfully, these guys were around to help. That was probably the best thing that could have happened there. I don't think we would have had much chance if it was just us. But yes, we've managed to put an end to their the uprising of the slaves. Put them back in their place. So we have lost Larissa again. We've still got our army over here in Apollonia, which might help us a little bit in terms of defending that. And I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to start recruiting some men in Athens just to make sure that we hold on to that, given that that's probably what we need to hold on to most out of anywhere. And let's end the episode, because it's been quite a while. It's that last battle was took over what I was expecting. But anyway, we have managed to sort out our finance situation at least. So we're now making 1,372 coins in the next turn, which will be absolutely wonderful, given that we were about 2 turns away from complete destruction at one point. We have now managed to secure Athens, taken out the Athenians, and managed to establish some trade routes, which is absolutely wonderful. But we have indeed lost Larissa in the process, which we'll now need to try and take back. But that is a job for next week, or actually probably a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if I will have time, to be honest. I've kind of downed from 3 episodes. At one point I was doing a video a day, and that's just disappeared completely. But yeah, it's probably going to be 2 videos a week from now on. Yeah, Empire Total War, and then it'll probably be alternating between this and the Viking series. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of where my mind's at the moment. But yes, if you've enjoyed this episode, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well if you're new around here, and remember and ding that bell so that you're notified the next time I upload a video. And I'll catch you guys next week. So until then, cheerio.